I'm going to make it short and sweet. In my opinion, these brand new 2023 designer releases are going to make history. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I think these are going to do incredibly well here in the fragrance community and even outside of it. And we've seen that happen so many times when you think back to some of the most iconic releases over the years. You know, your Dolce & Gabbana The One, your Acqua di Gio, La Nuit de l'Homme, things of that nature. Those are scents that, for the most part, everyone is going to know about. Polo Blue, Invictus, 1 Million, stuff like that. You know, people know them whether they are into fragrances or not. That's kind of really what I think about when I think of a scent making history. You know, there's stuff like Creed Aventus, things like that, you know, that just have really shaken up the whole community for better or for worse. With all of those, it's a polarizing aspect. You're going to have people love it, and you're going to have just as many people who hate it, and that's what makes them do so well. I think these here, these new ones, have the same potential to go that far and really go the distance. Now, again, these are all new releases, but actually, they've all hit discounters already. Really cool for whatever reason this year. New stuff has just been rolling out to discounters quickly, which is great because with each passing year, the retail prices of these new releases are continuing to go up, and it's actually getting a little bit concerning. I gotta admit, some of these are actually pretty crazy, and I'll cover some of them as we go on. But yeah, I'm going to go through these here. I'll link them down below so you can grab them at, you know, non-retail prices. And also I want to make you aware of a service that you can sign up to that's completely free. It's something that I host, and it's my mailing list and my texting list. Just within the past couple days, several hundred units of Dior Homme Parfum came into stock. I sent out a notification to you guys on the list, and you were able to get yours. A bunch of new clones came into stock, a bunch of rare stuff like Polo Supreme Leather and Supreme Cashmere, and Mercedes-Benz Club Extreme came into stock. A brand new fragrance brand launched and became available, one of which is a Dior Homme Parfum alternative, an Elysium alternative. So if you want to have first dibs on getting that information so you can go out and get that stuff before it sells out, hit the first link down below, sign up, send a text to the number down below. You will be opted in, and I promise you will not regret it. Okay, this first one was kind of the inspiration for this video a little bit. Le Male Elixir. Yes, it's the Elixir trend. You guys saw that one coming, right? Sauvage Elixir came out, and Dior obviously is a giant in the beauty space as a whole, but especially the fragrance world. And so we knew that other brands were going to be following suit. It only makes sense. And so this is a Le Male Elixir. And I have to say, it is incredible. And what I like about it is, and this goes for the whole line, they have done a really good job with their flankers. They've all been very balanced. They all have struck the perfect balance of still smelling somewhat similar to what it's a flanker of, which is tying back to the original. They also build off of each flanker. So this has a little bit of Le Male Parfum. It has a little bit of the original Le Male and its own twist. And it also is just something where it doesn't smell exactly like those to where it's redundant. They have mastered the art of balanced flankers perfectly. And I can't say that about every brand. So big props to them first and foremost. So yeah, it's got a little bit of the kind of vanillic sweetness from Le Male Parfum, some of that creaminess. It has a little bit of that lavender kind of sweet freshness from the original that you guys know about. But then they're also adding in a few new accords, which is kind of going to be this honey and tobacco combo, which is iconic. That's been used a whole bunch, right? Nothing new about that, a combination of notes, but it's new to this line, and it sets it apart in the best way possible. It smells stunning. Fantastic release. I think this is going to be a huge hit this wintertime, and I think going forward, as more people try it out, it's going to go very far. Just even look at Ultra Male, right? Aside from the obvious original Le Male, which did very well, Ultra Male caught a big wave of hype and did very well. Le Male Les Parfums didn't quite get there. I think this one does have the potential. It's also by far the most premium flanker we've gotten yet. Just in terms of quality, to me, it stands out. The blend is amazing, but also the presentation. They really took some time on this. I mean, look at the detailing. Very cool. You get a bigger pull ring here. It's just all around a big upgrade, and I think this one can do very well. Okay, this next one is Acqua di Gio Parfum. Yeah, I think this one has it, guys. And why? Well, because it's Acqua di Gio Profumo. That's why. It's that Profumo DNA, but a little bit more smooth. Some of that grassy green type of smell that you get in the opening of Profumo, that has been severely dialed back here. So the opening is much better. It's a big improvement. It basically just takes that DNA, reworks it for the better, and releases it in a parfum. And I've said this ad nauseum at this point, but it really is just making the line easier to digest for the general public, because now you can choose your intensity. That's kind of how they advertise these flankers now. Do you want the eau de toilette, which is going to be the brightest and freshest? Do you want the EDP, which is in the middle? Or do you want the most intense, strong version, which is the Parfum, which uses some oliban and patchouli smoky sexiness? You can make your choice. I am still appalled at the retail price of this. $198 for a 4.2 ounce bottle just like this. Now, I did not pay that. This is one of the rare times where this became available at discounters first before it was even officially launched here at retail. So luckily, I got mine for right around 125 bucks. It was like $1 price per mil. 125 ml for 125 bucks is what it was. And at that price, it is an absolute steal, because in some places that has been cheaper than what Profumo has been for months now. So killer deal at that price. And if you can get it for that price, and you will be able to if you get on the list down below, because I send out an email every time it comes up, then it is worth it 100%. Because this is the replacement of Profumo, which has already done so well. It's remarketed, it's rebranded. I think this one also is, of course, going to do very well. Next up, we have Tom Ford Grey Vetiver Parfum. So, I mean, you can't deny the success of Grey Vetiver. It is just a classy, premium, masculine, soapy vetiver scent, right? Tom Ford, they have got this down to an art. They have so many great releases. You got to pay up for them. You know, there's no surprise there. These are expensive. Honestly, I can't remember if I don't know if I paid retail. I might have, actually. I can't remember. But this one also came in stock very quickly on discounters, and you can get it for a pretty good chunk below that retail price. I think I actually might have paid the full retail bullet on this one, which is kind of rough. It's, I don't know, I think $250 maybe, something like that. It's 100 mil. It's a true parfum concentration. It is a little bit richer. It is stronger than the original. And it is a great flanker. Now, this is one of those situations where if you already have Grey Vetiver, I don't think you're going to be in a big rush to go out and drop this much money on this. Even at discounters, it's still expensive. Maybe 180, 100 mil, something like that, 179. Could be wrong, double check that, but kind of ballparking off the top of my head, it's still expensive. If you don't have Grey Vetiver yet and you just want to get it, I would personally just go ahead and go straight for the Parfum and not mess with any of the other ones. And again, because we have looked back on the success of the original Grey Vetiver, you know, the EDT and the EDP, right? A couple versions there. I think this one also has a fair chance at doing very well when people start looking at what's out there, and they may just go ahead and buy this one instead. And actually, the last one for this video, only 4 in this one. There's been a lot of great releases so far, but I think these are the ones that are most likely to, you know, really take off, at least so far. Yeah, and it was a little bit hard to choose, but I didn't want to water the video down with a bunch of stuff that may not make it. So I really, truly believe in these 4. The last one, Carolina Herrera, CH Men Passion. First things first, kind of like Le Male Elixir, the presentation has been upgraded big time. See the gold accents, just the stitching around the bottle, which is nothing new. The original CH Men had that as well, but it's the detail. It's the attention to detail. It's the little things. Looks very premium and feels premium as well. Very cool presentation. Most importantly, though, How does it smell? Well, they are taking a crack at Iris, and they've done Iris over in their Confidential line. There's Carolina Herrera Iris Empire, which is phenomenal. Beautiful scent, more expensive than this, chocolatey, leathery. This one kind of actually goes in a different direction, so it's not like they're just ripping that and putting it into the more designer version here. They're doing it in a different way. So instead of getting that chocolatey sweetness, you're getting more of like an oriental spiciness out of this one, going with that Iris. You're getting some woods in here, some cedar wood, again, kind of honing in on more of a masculine approach, I would say, on the Iris trend, which I think is a big bonus because a lot of them you might find can be a little bit unisexual or whatever. This one is a different kind of new take, and I really like it for that reason. I think this is incredible, and I do think that, C.H. Men Privé was probably one of their best works on the designer end. The original is great as well, but especially Privé was impeccable. You could get that one for $49 to $50 all over the place back in the day before they discontinued it. Whiskey, leather scent. Did that one even have a tiny bit of Iris in it? Can't remember for sure, but it was an amazing scent. Not anymore, you can't get it. I think this could fill the role of that one, not in terms of smelling similar, of course, but just in terms of adding this much value on a designer level. And actually, the retail price on this one wasn't bad, at least comparatively speaking to everything else in this video. So this is one where I would actually say retail is fine. I paid retail for this one. I did grab it when it first came up, and I would do it again. Discounter would be preferred, but I think the retail price on this is actually fair considering what it offers. Phenomenal stuff that hopefully gets the recognition it deserves. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for me. 4 brand new fragrance releases that personally I think they are going to do very well and really be remembered for years and years to come. Links will be down below. And again, guys, you don't want to be missing out on all the hot inventory that's been dropping, all the big sales and deals going on. Mailing list, first link, texting list. Send a text to the number down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.